Easter is definitely upon us, and what better recipe that you can make on your own Easter than pickled fish. So delicious. You can make this a day before so that it can absorb all the flavors. And the ingredients, I have listed them on the screen, but I'm also going to put them in the description box. Just go there and you'll find them in the description box. And they are not, it's not complicated whatsoever. It's so easy. So you take your hake, as you can see, you cut it into pieces, not too small. As you can see, maybe one hake, you can cut it into 4 pieces. So that's what you're gonna do first, and make sure there's no water on the hake. You can take a paper towel and dip it, just so that you can remove some of the water so that it's dry. And then from there, we are going to take our flour and fish masala, mix it together, and then that's the mixture that we're gonna use for our hake. We're gonna season it, and the flour is just gonna give it a base, so that when we fry it, it's it's nice and dry and nice and flavorful. So we start by doing that. You put your hake inside your flour. That's it. No eggs, no nothing, just flour and the fish masala. And then from there, you are going to take your oil and fry your fish. Simple as that. And as we know, fish doesn't take that long to cook. So you're gonna put it in there, 5 minutes this side, 5 minutes the other side, and then your fish will be ready. Don't fry it for too long, because if you fry it for too long, it's gonna get dry, and you don't want none of that. You don't want a dry fish, or it's gonna be overcooked and start crumbling and falling apart. So make sure that you cook it 5 minutes this side, 5 minutes the other side, and it's ready. And then from there, you're gonna take your fish and put it aside. As you can see, it's so delicious already before we even make the spice mixture. So we're gonna take all your spices now, and then you're gonna put them in a pot, and then some bay leaves in there, some peppercorns. As you can see, you put all of them, turmeric, your curry powder, your turmeric, you put everything in there. And then I put some chilies in there just to make it hot, and it depends on you. If you don't want to add chili, you can leave it, but it adds a nice bite, And then from there, we're gonna put the onions. As you can see, I have a lot of onions. It's about 2 cups of onions, so we need a lot of them, because the base of our dish, is the onions and the flavors that are gonna be in the sauce. So that is what makes this the pickled fish, the flavors and the onions. So you are going to saute your onions until they get soft. As you can see, the onions and your spices, the smell already is just inviting. Already, before we even finish this, the smell of the flavors that are in there, the onions, it's so it smells delicious already. So we're gonna put the 1 cup of water and 1 cup of vinegar. I used white vinegar. You put that. You can also use a brown vinegar, but I used a white vinegar. I put it in there, and I put half a cup of sugar. So the sweet, the sour, the savory, everything is gonna come together. And then we're gonna put a salt. I put some salt in there. Salt, it's about a tablespoon of salt in there. And then everything is coming together, and the apricot jam is also gonna add a different dimension into the flavor. So the flavor of this sauce, it's so delicious. You can taste it alone, and you know what? It's gonna make the fish delicious. Trust me. So if you pickle your fish in this, you're gonna love it. So after putting all that water, you're gonna let it simmer so that everything marries together, and then it reduces. And then your onions are gonna be soft. Your flavors are gonna be, married with each other. Everything is gonna be ready. This sauce, you can even drink it. It's so delicious once it gets here. So from there, now we're gonna start assembling our fish and the sauce together. So I put a layer of the fish at the bottom. As you can see, I wasn't making a lot because I don't have a big family. I was making this for me and my kids, so it was like, just not to a lot of fish. But if you're making more fish, you can add, you can make more. You can double the ingredients and make the sauce more, so that your fish can be, pickled in that, because it must be enough. So I put a layer of fish, as you can see, and then I put some onions now, and then I wanted to make sure that the onions are on top of the the fish, the bottom layer of the fish. That's why I put the fish and then the onions before I put the whole sauce in there. And then from there I put another layer of onions, and then from there I'm gonna put another layer of fish and then onions again, and then I put, so everything that was in that pan I'm gonna put in there. I don't leave anything out because I want the fish to absorb this, and then the flavors to intensify. So it's best to do this even 2 days before or a day before you're gonna serve it. Let's say you're gonna serve it tomorrow during lunch, and then you can make it today in the morning, and then let it sit with those flavors. Once it sits with those flavors, they intensify. They get into the fish. Trust me, you want this. So I served this with basmati rice. You don't need anything else, just this and the basmati rice. That's how I served it. It was so delicious. My family actually loved it so much. So I hope you're gonna make this for Easter. And then please comment down below and let me know if you do make it, and tell me how it came out, and if you really did love it. And if you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate you subscribing. Thank you so much for coming back and watching this video.